Hello and good day to everyone joining. My name is Buchi Law OKK. I am your host on today's episode of the Leadership Standard. I want to thank everyone for joining me today. And for those who are just joining for the first time, please kindly like, follow this page for more updates on my channel. Today, we're going to be talking on a broad array of issues bordering on the NSAS protest, the NSAS massacre, the NSAS Lekki massacre that occurred October 2020. So please feel free, grab a cup of coffee, water while we get started. I look forward to having an exciting time with you today. Thank you. Hi, everyone. So today, as I was saying, we'll be talking about the NSAS, massacre. I'm going to be various social media pages so that everyone can have an understanding of what happened on that day. Because we must understand that there's been a cry for justice, justice, justice. A lot of people have been asking for justice. They've not been getting the justice that they've been asking for. So, but we have to be the voices for those who have lost their lives, for senseless killings by the Nigerian police, the Nigerian military, the Nigerian soldiers, whatever it is, people that have been killed for no just cause. Their lives must not be in vain. All right. We have to honor the lives of those that sacrificed, of, a new and improved society. It doesn't matter where they were, whether they were in Lagos or whether they were in Anambra State or whether they were in Port Harcourt. It doesn't matter. A lot of people sacrificed their lives for a new and improved society, and this is a matter that is bordering on the fact that the police and the military for a long time now have been tools of oppression in the hands of people, in the hands of the elites, the hands of the rich, and fortunate people in society. They have been tools of oppression, but the people that they've been called to serve, they have not been serving these people. So you're going to see what's been going on how the police and the military, rather than helping the people, ended up are still betraying their trust even till today. They still betray their trust even till today. So
Those are images from the Lekki Toll Gate earlier today, where some youth were holding procession to mark the second year anniversary of the NSAS protest of October the 20th, 2020. It is still unclear why the police had released tear gas and water cannon to disperse some persons in the area, as it instructed participants earlier that it should be a moving procession. According to the organizers, the procession in cars was to pass through the toll gate, with the youths waving the Nigerian flags and chanting hashtag #EndSARS. There's a heavy police presence there with about 25 police cars and one Black Maria at both sides of the toll gate. The procession is to mark what is considered one of the defining moments in Nigeria's history, after young people converged on different locations in Lagos to demand an end to police brutality, which later snowballed into calls for better governance.
as you can see, exactly what you see is exactly what these police are doing. You call for good governance, but they are still giving you more oppression. You call for good governance, they're still giving you more oppression. They call for less police brutality, they still give you more police brutality. That is the state of the matter till today. People that should be going out there and helping people and securing the lives and properties of people are rather ensuring that there is less possibility of that. They are ensuring that there is less possibility of that. You see how people are going out there and they are being massacred. They are being beaten. They're being treated like trash. So we have to ask ourselves, how much more can we take as a people? How much more can this rubber band be expanded? How much more? So everyone has to be awake, because with what's going on right now, it's obvious that there's an oppression of the people. There's a significant rise of oppression. The cries of justice linger up in the skies, and everyone is asking for the same thing: justice. The people that committed this murder are still walking around the streets of Nigeria till today. The people that committed this massacre are still going about in their positions till today. The structure is decayed underneath. Prison systems are full. People are suffering. The Nigerian government is not standing up to its responsibility and not living up to its purpose. People's lives are in shambles. Everyone is waking up in the morning and in the afternoon wondering what's going to happen that day. No one is sure if they're going to survive that day. No one is sure if they're going to make it that same day. No one is sure if they're going to even have food to eat that day. So we need to ask ourselves, why are we in a country or part of a country that is aimed at bringing down the value of its citizens every day? Why are we in a country that is aimed at creating a decay in the lives of citizens every single day? Why is the country not working towards elevating the mind, the personality, and the greatness of its people? The world is suffering immeasurably. There is a high degree of frustration, and people are not even getting the most basic things that they need for their everyday survival. The most basic thing that they need for their everyday survival, the people are not getting it. And if they are not guaranteed what they need, how then can they function as people? How then can they function as a people? If you cannot guarantee the justice, the safety, the fairness, the rule of law, how then can we function as a people? That is exactly what I'm saying. The Nigerian government is not creating an enabling environment for anyone to function freely as a people. That's why there is a call for the breakup of it. That's why there's a call for the separation of it. That's why there's a call for people. That's why there's constant protest here and there are killings, and there is terrorism. Is because of the fact that there is a failure of leadership. It boils down to the failure of leadership. Because if there is leadership, the people that committed this mass murder will not be in helms of affairs today. If there is leadership, the people, sonless and fathers barrenless, they will not be in helms of affairs today. So look at how This man was on his own.
What actually propelled you to come here this morning, to kneel down here this morning? What propelled you to come here and kneel down?
This time 2 years ago, this same place, this same target, we lost so many young men. I was among those that should have been killed here that very day.
Wow. Can you run your
But
name for us?
my name is Jacob Desmond.
Why is it?
I get so emotional because I should have been among those that should have died that day.
This is an emotional moment. This man has just been picked up by the policeman, all because he's standing, showing some emotions here today. This is his bike. This is his bike over there, and he has just been picked up by the policeman for no reason. He has just been picked up by the policeman for no reason. This is life.
You can see how these people operate as a people. How the police are not in tune with what's going on in the lives of these people. They're not in tune. Because if they are in tune with what's going on, they will understand that that is not the perfect time for them to be picking up people that are just minding their own business. But they are just doing whatever they want to do because they don't really care about the people. They don't really care about the people. If they cared about the people, that's not what you will be doing. That's like you're doing the exact opposite of what you should be doing. If they cared about the people, they will be there supporting and standing in solidarity with the people. They will be there marching with the people, telling the people that they can go ahead and do what they want to do, as long as they're not providing, any commotion or confusion. But that's not what they're doing. That's not what they're doing. They are arresting people that are just on their own. For those who are just joining us, this is 2 years after NSAS. What have we learned? What have you learned 2 years after NSAS? Some people are still claiming that it never happened. Some people are claiming that it is Photoshop. But whatever you are thinking in your mind, the point is that people saw what happened. People experienced it. People lived it. It is people's testimonies that they didn't get shot on that day. Some people have lifelong scars from those experiences. But the whole idea is to break the Nigerian person down. To break a Nigerian person down. That is what the government has always been seeking from the beginning. They've always been seeking how to break the Nigerian person down. And they use the police as a tool of oppression. But we are saying now that, because of the power that is vested in us, as attorneys, as pastors, as spiritual leaders, as religious leaders, because of the power that is vested in us, we are calling on the Nigerian government to stop its oppression on the people. We are calling on the Nigerian government to stop the oppression on its people. So, be that as it may, let us not be worried about what's going to happen. Because at the end of the day, plans are God in his infinite mercy knows best.
Their ways. You see, they are attacking peaceful protesters on a day that is, they know is our day. It's the day of those who are killed at Lekki Toll Gate. Why are they shooting at people? And they think we will run away from them.
We are not running to anywhere. We are not going to anywhere. We cannot be inside water and soap will be entering our eye. Never.
Move. Their ways. You see, they are attacking peaceful protesters on a day that is, they know is our day. It's the day of those who are killed at Lekki Toll Gate. Why are they shooting at people? And they think we will run away from them.
We are not running to anywhere. We are not going to anywhere. We cannot be inside water and soap will be entering our eye. Never.
Inside water and soap will be entering our eye. Parable of a wise man. You cannot be inside water and soap will be entering your eye. And you're not saying anything. You're not doing anything. You're not even cleaning the eye off. We have to ask ourselves these questions. What exactly is going on? What exactly is going on? What exactly is going on? And for how long can this go on? And why is this happening to us? Those are the kind of questions we need to ask ourselves on a daily basis so that we are aware of where we stand as a people, as a progressive species, as a human race. That's the thing, because people who don't understand what's coming, what's going on. We have to ask ourselves that. How much suffering can you take as a person?
As records. What has happened is there's been so many footages that were seen that people have shown, but we've not seen bodies, we've not seen relatives, we've not seen anybody truly coming up to say, indeed, XYZ, I'm a father, I'm a mother to someone, and I cannot find that person. Nobody has done it. Right? I've been to the ground, there is no scratch of blood anywhere there.
Who ordered people to be shot, and which branch of security services carried out the shooting?
Well, from the footage that we could see, because there are cameras that are at that facility, it seems to me that there will be made in military uniform, which should be Nigerian army or something.
So you're saying that it was military officers who ordered peaceful protesters to be shot at Lekki?
Yeah, that's what the pictures, yes. They were there, that's what the footage, that's what it shows.
Will that CCTV footage at the toll gate be part of the investigation that you have now called for?
It will be. Certainly it will be. It will. And it's starting on Monday. They're going to be all available for the judicial panel to review. It will be.
Do you commit to a full investigation of what happened on the ground?
Absolutely. I do.
And will people be held accountable?
They certainly would. We'll do everything to ensure that they're held accountable. We'll do everything.
It's a very simple question. Will they be held accountable?
Well, to the extent that I'm not the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, I'm the governor of the state, right? The report will be out. We will channel the report to all the relevant authorities in the state to ensure that everyone that is found culpable is accountable for their acts.
2017, they've been announcing that the SARS unit has been disbanded. They announced in 2017, announced in 2018, announced in 2019, now in 2020, they announced again. You just think we're stupid because you're literally just renaming this unit and expecting us to say, oh yeah, wow, that's great.
The SARS, or Special Anti-Robbery Squad, has
there you have it. Every time it is the same story. Same story, Africa. Africa must rise up. Africans must rise up as a people. If not, if this rigmarole that we're doing, it's not going to lead us anywhere. It's not going to lead us anywhere. There has to be rule of law. There has to be justice. There has to be fairness. And people must be held accountable for the things that they do, especially when it comes to mass murder, genocide, mass killings, all these things. People must be held accountable for those things. They cannot just be left unanswered while people are not prosecuted, taken to jail. Even the soldiers that committed some of these atrocities, they don't even show up to they don't show up, they don't care, they don't follow the rule of law, they don't follow the judges, they don't follow the orders of the judges, they don't follow the orders of the court. And that cannot be possible in a society that is seeking development. This is what people, all the other person thinks.
Had any affiliation with for justice, because justice has not been done. Those people that committed those gruesome crimes in October 2020 have not been punished. Nobody has been brought to book. Why? Because they continue to deny, let's say, attempt to deny that these things happen, and that's the problem.
What's the record of that is saying that ENSA is a political movement and the response to is a political movement and not a social justice movement?
ENSA has never been a political movement. ENSA has never had any affiliation with any political party. Even today, we mentioned that we told people to not bring any political material because we are not here for any campaign.
She's not affiliated to any party.
Absolutely zero party. For justice, because justice has not been done. Those people.
Justice has not been done. When justice is done, everybody will see it. Justice is a fine lady. She's a fine girl. Justice is a very beautiful woman. She's a very sweet woman. When you've tasted justice, nobody will tell you now. You will feel it in your bones. You will savor it. And our God is a God of justice. Speaking about justice, let go they release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When do they have plans to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Because it doesn't make any sense that we are talking about justice and the man Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has been released by the Court of Appeal of Nigeria, has not even found his own justice. It doesn't make any sense. So we need to ask them, when are they going to release this man and let him go about his business? Because that is the true definition of justice. Justice is shown when you are obeying your court orders. Justice is shown when you are obeying your court orders. Justice is shown when you are obeying the rule of law. Justice is shown when you are standing for what is right. Justice is shown when you are speaking up for what is true. Justice is shown for when you are alive and enjoying the fruits of your labor. Justice is shown when the government is putting its weight to servicing the people's needs. That is when justice is shown. Justice is not just shown by mere talk. Mere rhetorics. Justice is a walking street. You have to go out there and put your effort. The Nigerian government is giving a big fuck you to the Igbo people, to the young people, and to the oppressed people. When you don't obey your court order, it shows that you're not living in a democratic system of government. And we are seeking for a democracy, not any type of anything. And a democracy requires the rule of law. It requires standing up for what is right. It requires speaking up for what is true. And democracy also requires a referendum. It requires certain things that will give the people their own right to determine their stay in a country that doesn't work for them, especially when they're indigenous to the land. Indigenous people should have the most rights of any land because they are the ones that own the land. However, the people that are there can decide their own fate. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been set free by the Court of Appeal, but yet the autocratic system of government is still kidnapping him. From Kenya, they still put him in the same prison cell till today, even after their own court has said they should release him. This is in flagrant disuse of power. But let us hear what this attorney has to say.
A notice of appeal yesterday, and together with a motion for stay of execution. But it should be also on record that notice of appeal cannot operate as a stay. And this particular judgment was given on the 13th. That was Thursday last week. Now, Nnamdi Kanu has been in their detention from that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, before they filed this purported notice of appeal yesterday. So the question there is that now that law is on his own side, because National Security Advisor and Malami, the Attorney General, said that they are reviewing the judgment. So at the Supreme Court now reviewing the judgment, deciding which particular order to obey and the one not to obey. So Nnamdi Kanu has been there suffering. So we have served them. They were in court. We served them that order. We served them the judgment. Instead of them to release Nnamdi Kanu, they still held him. So that is the position. So that their notice of appeal cannot operate as a stay. And Nnamdi Kanu is there now suffering as a result of the unlawful behavior of the National Security Advisor and the Director of the SSS and Malami. Nnamdi Kanu has also instructed his legal team to file enforcement of fundamental rights because the federal government unlawfully kept him from that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday till they filed this purported notice of appeal yesterday. So those 7 days, his right has been violated. Remember that federal government of Nigeria is still indebted to Nnamdi Kanu 1 billion naira that was awarded in his favor by Abia State High Court, and we are still federal government is still going to pay again. Now the question there is that all this money, who is going to pay? Is it Malami or National Security Advisor? It's not taxpayers' money. So that's why Nigerians should continue to shout, because without Malami, we still have this country.
That was very smart that he said that. Without Malami, we'll still have this country. Without Malami, there will still be whatever is left of Nigeria. But these people have to obey the court order. It's the court order, man. What the heck is this? How did this guy finish from law school? If you cannot obey the court order. And this is not like, oh, you have to pay this. In American jurisdiction, they will give you a certain time. You have to meet that order. You have to meet that order by a certain time. So, yeah. The Nigerian government is playing with the lives of its people. Because these people don't believe in court orders. Let's look at another final story. And this is in regards to the So the Nigerian troops, they arrest national identity management officials for registering foreigners as Nigerian citizens in Niger Republic. This was disclosed on Thursday by Major General Musa Damadami, Director of Defense Media Operations, during the military's bi-weekly press briefing at the Defense Headquarters in Abuja. Nigerian troops have arrested 2 officials of the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, who had visited the Gagamari internally displaced persons camp in Niger Republic to register non-Nigerians. This was disclosed on Thursday by Major General Musa Damadami, Director of Defense Media Operations, during the military's bi-weekly press briefing at the Defense Headquarters. You can see what's going on. They are now registering non-Nigerians to vote in this election. On 13th October 2022, troops in conjunction with the Nigerian police and NIS officials, it was revealed that the suspect had visited Gagamari IDP camp in Niger Republic to register non-Nigerians in the IDP camp. Items recovered from the suspect include national identification number, registration machine, printing machine, laminating machine, a computer tracking machine, and a generator set, among other items. You can see they are already registering non-Nigerians to come in and vote in the next election. But they caught them, but it's happening. This is the one that we can see. Imagine the ones we cannot see. So, dear ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The big conspiracy goes on. Who are the people who will vote in the next elections? Will they be Nigerian citizens? Will they be underage citizens? Who are the people that are going to vote in Nigeria's next elections? Especially in the areas that most people don't even know exist in Nigeria. There are some areas in the north that most people don't even know that exist. Who will be the ones voting in those elections? But let's remind ourselves that as we are trying one aspect of life, there are other aspects of life that are coming out. So the Nigerian government must balance its priorities right now and look internally and see how it can solve its issues fast before things go overboard. Thank you everyone for joining. My name is Buchi Law. And please follow me on social media, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, as well as on Instagram. Just type the Leadership Standard. On Twitter, I am MC Buchilo, but on Facebook, the Leadership Standard, and on YouTube as well. I wish you all a wonderful, restful weekend. Thank you all for coming. See you next time.